If you haven't heard of or been playing by now, I don't know what you've been up to, but you need to reconsider it, okay? Is a game where you get into a lucrative agriculture business that you own and operate yourself. Obviously, by agriculture, I'm not talking about your standard run-of-the-mill plants and bushes and fruits and everything like that, okay? We're talking about some of that good, alright, that we've been talking about online for years now, and in music and in everything. Now you get to live out your dream of actually being the type of person to make money off of all that in a video game, which is safe space. The game has a character creator that I honestly was not expecting it to be as in-depth as it was. Don't get me wrong, it's not like we're sitting here adjusting the placement and depth of your temples or anything like that, but you do get a good amount of customization with a lot of just like sliders, so it's not too bad. You can make some fun characters out of that. And then from what I've seen, because this is just initial reactions, right, so I haven't gotten super far into the game. I played for about an hour and I wanted to get a video put out right now while the skillet is still hot. From what I've seen, there is more to get later in the game customization-wise, like for clothing and whatnot. And it starts off with this little prologue. It is a skippable prologue as well, which I think is really nice. It's a prologue where you wake up in your RV and you're immediately getting to work, right? You're trimming up a plant, you're planting a new seed, you're watering, all that stuff. And then you leave and you're getting ready to go, do a little bit of business. And your Uncle Nelson is like, hey, buddy, grab some stuff for me, throw whatever else you need on my tab, yada yada yada. While you're there, go give out a free sample, go talk to some people. It's a really nice, quick, and easy way to give you a tutorial. Then you come back and you're like, alright, cool, that was a good, nice, quick first day. I got the basics of the game down and I'm ready to go. Or at least that's what you think, right? You go to bed and all of a sudden the cops show up and they arrest your Uncle Nelson, and you manage to slip away into the dead of night with your RV. How they don't grab your plates or follow you in any capacity, I have no idea, but you know what, we just let it live and let live. Alright, it's a video game, shut the fuck up. So then you move to a new town, which honestly at the time of recording this I kind of forgot the name of, so deal with it, you're fine, it's not like it's that important. You show up to this new town and you pretty much have absolutely nothing. You've got one plant that's growing, you've got a watering can and trimmers, and no money to your name. A payphone nearby is ringing, you go, you answer it. It's your uncle from prison. He's calling you to, give you a little walkthrough, right? You go around, you pick up, I think it's 3 dead drops from him, which are, I guess, somehow from all of his years of having lived away from that town, but he lived there at one point. He left those 3 dead drops of money for you, so you go pick those up, and then right after you pick them up, oh no, there's an explosion, and when you go to look, it's your RV got exploded by the local cartel, which I haven't heard or seen anything else about yet. Granted, again, this is first impressions, I'm only an hour in, okay? I've had very minimal exposure to what the rest of the game is like. I just have a brief, vague idea of what's coming, and none of that has to do with like interactions wise. It's mostly just game mechanics. But yeah, otherwise, I got to do packaging and growing, watering. I got to learn about getting dead drops for your seeds, and it's honestly all very simple. There is it's kind of interesting, it almost feels like a little bit of a weird roadblock to have. I don't know if roadblock's the right word, but there's a mechanic that's kind of interesting where it's like you have a bank account and you have cash on you, and some stores will only take card and some stores will only take cash, and yada yada yada. Right now I've only interacted with one store and they take card only, but the dead drops guy, you have to pay him in cash, so there's that. I do know from playing with my buddy briefly, I don't have any footage of it, but I played with my buddy briefly, and if you get arrested, you pay your fine in cash. If you die, quote unquote, and you get hospitalized, you pay that in cash. So I don't know, there's a little bit back and forth on that. You get a lot of your stuff from the hardware store, Dan's Hardware. Behind Dan's Hardware is where you drop off money for the dead drop guy who gives you like your seeds and whatnot that you order. The contacts app on your phone is how you look at like connections and be like, oh, this person knows this person, so I can be friends with them this way, and da da da. You find random people that you are allowed to give free samples of your product to in order to recruit them as a customer. And recruiting them as a customer means they can text you and you can schedule deals with them and whatnot. Honestly, the game is really simple but in depth at the same time so far, and I can tell that, especially knowing a little bit of what's coming with like creating your own strands and whatnot, I can see how the game is going to get a little bit difficult, we'll say. So yeah, not a very long video. I don't really have a lot to say. It's just a matter of this is the first impressions, and if it's a game that you're thinking about playing, and you want somebody else's opinion to kind of give you the teetering over the edge or not, I definitely suggest it. I played it for an hour. It felt like I played it for 10 minutes. I played it for another hour with a buddy of mine on a new save, and again, it felt like we were playing for like 10 minutes. We rushed through it. It's great. It's fun. It starts out fun. Even the tutorial isn't bad at all. It's pretty enjoyable. And they don't sit here and make you sit through tons of unskippable dialogue and yada yada yada. It's you can get moving pretty much right away is what I'm getting at. So if you have anything to say, please keep it to yourself, because I absolutely hate reading comments. I hope this video has been entirely unhelpful to you, and I hope you have a bad day. Oh God, I love Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream. You show up to a new town, you have absolutely nothing. You've got your planter. Fuck. Yeah. Otherwise, I got a little bit. Fuck. Fuck. Fucking shit.